touched my heart, and it began this way. I was born by the river.
Good evening, I'm Amber Roberts. I have Professor Mitchell with me. I'm going to ask her 2 questions about the Democratic debate. The first question will be, how do you feel about Bernie Sanders wanting to cancel student debt?
I'm actually excited about the idea or the thought of canceling student debt because, of course, I'm a former student and yes, I have student debt. And he can cancel all of that. I'm not mad at that at all.
Do you think it would help out the economy?
As far as helping out the economy, when I hear the notion or the plan of how they're going to do it, I'm really not sure of how it's really going to help the economy. I know it'll help my economy personally by deleting my student debt, so that's why I'm for it. But I am really not sure of the overall benefits of helping the overall economy.
So my second question is about Kamala Harris. How do you feel about her abolishing the death penalty?
With her thought of abolishing the death penalty, I will be very, very honest with you. When it comes to the death penalty, of course, some crimes are very heinous. When it comes to her abolishing it, Ms. Mitchell is actually going to be for that. The reason why I say I'm for that because I feel like a bigger punishment is someone having to sit and rot for all and think about what they've done. Personally, I don't feel that just because they've taken a life, we should take their life as well. When it comes to the death penalty, of course, there are specific stories that will bring an emotional response, but my response will always be sit and rot, because I think that's a bigger punishment.
True.
So with that stance, I agree.
Like a Jedi.
Well, that's all the questions I have for you today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi everybody, welcome back to Icon Media. My name is Brianna Atkins and this is my girl Ray. She's going to answer some few questions about us for the debate since the debate was last night. Ray, how do you feel as a young black woman voting for these candidates that have proven to us that they want to get the black vote?
I feel like this is a good place for us to be right now. I feel like the candidates are not just talking about what what they want to do, but trying to be about it, to show us that they are really interested in us, especially as college students. I feel like they are really trying to get our vote, and we're trying to let them know that we are really into the issues, that we're not just going to blindly vote for anyone. You have to show us what your issues are, and that you are really trying to help us move forward.
Right, okay. And with that being said, how do you feel about candidates themselves? Is there any particular ones that you have been following or haven't been following, or no, just a little bit about
Well, a few of the candidates, of course, have been on campus. So I've met Beto, just met Joe Biden. I want to say is it Kamala or Kamala?
I don't think anybody's getting her
I'm not sure how to pronounce it.
it.
But Kamala Harris. So I've met a few of the candidates, and they all, they're pretty neck and neck at this point. If I had to maybe say who I'm leaning towards, it'd probably be like Joe Biden or Bernie. Joe more because he's been in politics, so I know that he understands how all of the entire system works, so that makes me feel a little bit more comfortable. And I feel like he has a lot of Congress behind him. Like I said, because Joe has been in politics for a while, I feel like he would be able to get what he wants to, the laws that he wants to pass. I feel like he would have Congress support more than a lot of other.
Yeah, especially for that, I don't know, because we're in a bipartisan still, and it's going to be another while before the Senate we all got to vote for Senate again. But I can see that. I can totally see that. And everyone always wants to see a familiar face that they see. I mean, he was our former VP, so that's all faces, especially with the memes. But thank you. I'm glad you gave us our thoughts, and I'll take them into account. All right, it's nice seeing you.
You too. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. I'm with the lovely Alex.
How you doing? I'm Alex Mason.
Hey, so I wanted to ask Alex, since we just had the debate yesterday, how do you feel about being a young black man part of HBCU college, voting for these candidates that say they are for us?
I feel it's some pretty good candidates running. You know, you got Kamala Harris, Andrew Yang, Joe Biden, of course. I mean, it's some good candidates, but I just want a candidate that will actually, you know, tackle the real issues such as police brutality, gun laws, basically, you know, what's really this country is really focused on. It's not, you know, it's not beneficial. So, yeah, I just want more incarceration. I really listen to black states. You know, a lot of presidents, they get in the office, and there's always, you know, to get your vote. Hey, we can do this for your community, we can do this. But when they were in the office, settled. So we tend to just be middleman for everybody.
Okay, more back to our people. I feel that. And well, since you touched on that, how do you feel about education and the canceling of student debt, which some candidates have chosen to choose that as their issues?
I basically feel I would love people, you know, cancel student debt. You know, that's something that a lot of people never really get into, like, in their life. So, you know, I definitely feel they should cancel that. Like, I know like, Morehouse. He took out the whole graduate class debt, so, you know, we can kind of get that in that favor. You know, you're trying to be successful. You're never successful as soon as you got out. You stay dedicated to what you're doing.
Yes, but in that review with Morehouse, it was the richest black man alive, not a presidential candidate.
Oh no, so we really just need to lean on to who can really benefit us as far as this candidacy, the election, who's really in our favor, not just look at it politically still.
Alright, thank you so much, Alex, for having us. Everybody, welcome back to On Kyle Media. My name is Brianna Atkins, and we're with LA. So we're going to ask LA about the candidates of last night's debate. We know that the Democratic debate was on last night, and so we're going to ask people how they feel about it. So LA, how do you feel about the candidates when they approach social justice and fixing the system of what we don't believe in protection anymore?
It's a very interesting question. Now, you know, there's a lot of candidates who believe in social justice, such as Cory Booker. I've actually been following Cory Booker recently. He's big on basically poverty and everything with that. But at the same time, yeah, you can say you're for this, you can say you're going to do this and that, but how do I truly know that you're going to be able to succeed in that field, especially with the checks and balances that we have in our government.
Okay. What about Kamala Harris? How do you feel about her when it comes to it?
The only reason why I support Camilla is because I'm from California.
Okay. All right. Well then, coming to that, with everyone being either of European descent and of black descent, how do you feel about Julian Castro being of Latin descent?
Latin descent? Well, what about the candidate who's actually of Asian descent?
Or yeah, what about Young, who's also an entrepreneur just like Trump?
Exactly. Now, I honestly have no bias or interest in them. I honestly haven't even drafted an opinion on them, honestly. It's good that, what was it, Yang?
Yeah, Yang, Young.
I apologize if I butchered it. But at the end of the day, I actually, it's good that we finally do have other minorities running for elections, because there are other people's whose voices have to be heard.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you for your time.
No problem.
All right. We are here on the TSU University campus with Dr. Nichols. So Dr. Nichols, the debate happened last night, and it was pretty interesting, you know. And one topic that we talked about was social justice, you know, everything that's been going on in the past few years, pre-Obama era and stuff. And today I wanted to ask you a few questions about whatever candidate you want to talk about. How do you feel about the candidates creating reforms to resolve the issues with social justice and the justice system itself? Or do you believe that it's too far gone to fix it?
Well, I think that, no, I don't think it's too far gone to fix. That's my first statement. I do believe that candidates such as Warren and Sanders, as well as, I like the idea of Harris because she's had so much experience with it. They did have specific talking points in terms of making sure that we look at the local level as well before we start going to the federal level and state level of reform, looking at policies that guide how we look at the criminal justice system and basically looking at preventative measures in addition to what happens in terms of the process once individuals commit crimes and who we're looking at and how we're defining the crime itself. And I think that those candidates, they already have a history, and what I did like about them is that they were very specific in saying how they wanted to attack.
Right.
And Bernie Sanders in particular actually was pretty interesting because he hasn't changed he's been pretty steadfast over the years in how he wants to look at reform and making sure that the justice system is fair.
Yes.
And I think that fair as it looks in terms of policies.
Okay. I totally agree with that. And I also wanted to touch base on how you feel about the candidates, Democratic candidates being an African American woman. Do you feel really okay?
Of course, I think it's always great to have a cross section of more communities. When I say community in terms of the American community, not necessarily just within the African American community as a whole. I think that understanding that Harris, with her expertise being coming out of San Francisco, all the way from working from the grassroots in the law, in the justice system, and taking on some really hard issues, tackling some hard issues. I think that it's more than just looking at it from being an African American woman, but a credible African American woman or a candidate that can say, yes, I understand what it's like to have resistance. Yes, I understand what it means to put together large positions on how do we attack it, and then gathering groups of people to say this is what we're going to do. And I think when you can rally groups of people, that's really important. And the fact that it is somebody that looks like me is always nice.
Yeah, that's an extra bonus. Hopefully, maybe a woman will make it to
And let me preface it by saying it's not the only thing, but because we're not represented in any of these sectors, it's important to have a voice and being able to look at the different perspectives that we bring to the table as well.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for having me, Dr. Nichols.